What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fish TX. As you guys can see, like I said at the end of the last video, we have made it out to Lake Canton, guys. We are doing some fishing out of the kayak today, and hopefully we're gonna catch some nice fish out of here. It does look really good, guys. There's a bunch of structure around the bank, man. There's a bunch of reeds, and there's some docks on the other side. As you can see right behind me too, there's a dock right here, you know, just a little launch area. But I am really freaking excited, guys. Lake Canton is one of the two lakes here in Canton, Texas. The other one is the Soil Conservation Reservoir. I'm getting really close to the dock. Should probably move off of there. But like I was saying, guys, the other reservoir is the Soil Conservation Reservoir, and I wanted to fish there. It looks really good, but it's super big. I would have probably needed a bass boat to fish it, man. It's just freaking huge. So I thought Lake Canton would be a much better option because it is a lot smaller. It's a good sized lake for a kayak, and there's no boats in here. There's not a boat ramp, so it makes it a lot easier for me. But guys, this place looks stacked. I'm thinking we're gonna catch some fish, man. If we don't, no big deal. Obviously, I can go back to the Mill Creek Ranch and catch a bunch of fish there. But I'm thinking we're gonna catch something here today, guys. We're of course gonna throw the Senko. Senko's been really clutch. You know, it's always a really good bait to throw at a new place because it normally gets bit. So we'll definitely probably be throwing that a lot. Also gonna throw the little rattle trap around. I think that should get hit, especially near the weed line, man. I think gonna be some fish sitting there. Should get hammered pretty good. Then also the last bait I have on is a chatterbait. If there is grass in here, I don't know yet because I'm taking a cast, but if there's a lot of grass in here, that's what I'll throw instead of the crankbait. So we have option, guys. We have one bottom bait, which I might switch up eventually too, just to flip the docks with. I'll probably switch up to a brush hog or a jig or something. I'm really pumped, guys. I'm waiting actually because I can get my sunscreen because I've been burned several times really badly while kayak fishing, and I just was an idiot and I forgot my sunscreen, so I'm about to go get back to the car and get that. But after that, guys, we're gonna get out here and we're gonna start fishing, man. I'm super pumped. Should be one heck of a day. All right, we are ready to start fishing, man. All right, I'm thinking this sink is gonna work pretty well off this little weed line here. I'm getting strong drainage pond vibes from this too, man. Just fishing a Senko right along the weed line, a little weightless Senko. Thinking this should work really well. All right, guys, to this point, we've got two pretty big issues. One of them being a really big issue. First off, the first big issue is that I have not gotten any fish yet. Haven't even had a bite on anything, so it's a bit discouraging for sure. Not seen a whole lot of action, but I have seen one fish jump. So I mean, they're here, man. I'm just not getting them, unfortunately, right now. But the biggest issue right now, and the really big one, is that my kayak, I think, has water in it. I don't know how it got water in it, but I think there might be water in the back of it because like all of a sudden I got in the water this morning, and since then my kayak has felt extremely unstable. Like I'm barely able to keep myself from flipping right now. That was a phenomenal cast. But what the big issue though is, guys, is that it seems to be getting worse. Like it's starting to get harder and harder to keep my kayak under control. Like I don't know if you can see me right now, but like it's starting to really become an issue. So I don't want to stop fishing necessarily. So I'm gonna try and find somewhere on the bank here to where I can get in out of the water, get on the bank, and try to get the water out of the back of my kayak and see what's wrong. Because I don't know how water got in. There's a little drain hole, so maybe like when I was cleaning it or something, water got in. I'm not sure, but like I've never had it be this unstable before, and the water is extremely calm right now. Like there is no wind, no waves, nothing, and like I'm fighting to keep this thing up, and it keeps swaying side to side. Like one side will get really heavy, and the other side will get really heavy. That's a sign that there's water sloshing around the back. So yeah, we got a bit of a problem right now. We haven't caught any fish. That's not really my biggest issue or concern right now. I'm real concerned about this because we're gonna flip here pretty soon if I don't get this figured out. Because I mean, I'm having to do everything in my ability not to flip this thing. Oh, that's a bite. Has to be a bite. You right? Oh, baby, that had to have been a fish. Well, that was our first bite, man. I don't know how big he was because I mean, I've let him eat it for a good amount of time. I didn't really feel much. Saw the line moving a little bit. I felt a little small bite. It's a good sign. At least it does show that we're gonna get something to bite. But for right now, I think I just need to focus on getting out of the water and getting my kayak undone here. All right, I'm coming right over here. It's by this mom's yard, her side yard, but I don't really care, man. I don't think they're gonna get that upset. I'm not doing anything to them. I'm literally about to flip my kayak here, so I've got to try and get out and get some of this water out of here. Yeah, the back is really heavy. There's definitely water in it. I was really hoping there's not a hole or something, you know? Because if there's a hole, that's gonna be a major issue. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing in my kayak and it is extraordinarily heavy. Yeah. First and foremost, I need to check and see if there's a hole. You know, it looks like them, well, crap. There's a hole, guys, right there. That's an issue. Oh. All right, guys, the issue is right there. It's just a tiny little hole in the back end. I don't know how that happened, man, but yeah, that's the issue. And that's why as it went on, it felt like it was getting worse and worse. That's why I was getting lower and lower into the water. Water's coming in here, man. I'm glad I got out when I did, because I don't think it would have lasted much longer than that. That's really unfortunate. And thing too is I'm all the way on the other side of the lake. So I'm gonna have to call my dad. I'm gonna have to get him all the way back out over here. I'm gonna have to try and get back across. I mean, I got all the way over here without sinking, so I should be fine getting back across, I think. This really sucks, man. This was a nice kayak. I mean, but I'm sure I can repair that. But look, if you put it down like this, you'll see it right here, man. I don't know if you see that or not. You see that slight little bit of water draining out right there? That's the issue. We're gonna pull out the plug. We're just gonna drain it this way. Coming out now. All right, there's a lot of water to be drained down my kayak right now. It is draining currently, so thought might as well take some last casts here before I have to go. Yeah, this is definitely really unfortunate, man. And it's a small hole, so I think it's definitely repairable, but I mean, obviously I can't repair it on this trip, so I'm not gonna be able to fish any more lakes on this trip, which definitely kind of sucks, but it's all right. At least the ponds back at Mill Creek are really stacked, so I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna be really upset about it. It's all right. We're gonna make the best of our situation, what we have, and we're gonna still catch plenty of fish, man. You know, I think we can still catch fish out of this lake here off the bank. There we go. Oh, nice fish, man. Let's go, baby. Yes. Did not think that fish was that nice. Well, there we go, guys. That is how you make the best of a bad situation right there. Just pretty much sunk my kayak. My kayak just sunk itself. Come back here on the bank, and we still managed to catch a nice fish. Look at that. Another really solid fish. I'd say easily about a 3-pounder or so. 3.5. Really solid fish right there, man. Well, there you go, guys. That is how you make the best of a bad situation right there. Kayak's going down because there's a hole in it. Come back here on foot, catch about a 3-pounder. Let's get him back. Well, that is how you do it right there, guys. I'm so freaking happy. That's how you make the best of a bad situation. My kayak has a hole in it. It's going down. Don't really have much shot at fishing out of it. You know, I'm gonna have to call my dad here pretty soon. We're gonna have to get out of here, but I decided to stay for just a minute longer, fish this little cove on land, and we catch a nice fish. That's how you do it. I don't really care, man. We got the skunk off this lake, caught a fish out here, pretty nice one too, not to mention. And you know what? It's all good too. We're gonna go back to Mill Creek Ranch. We're gonna catch even more nice fish today. So definitely very happy and excited to keep fishing, man. All right, guys, we have made it back to Mill Creek Ranch now. We are back from the lake. Good thing is, though, it looks like I might have been able to get my kayak patched up. We'll see tomorrow. You guys will see in the next video. If it does end up getting patched up, guys, it's going to be one heck of a video. So look out for the next video coming up, guys. But as you can see, if you take a look at the map here, I have fished every single pond here except for one. This little tiny, just almost like a little strip pond, you know, just a little tiny little straight line pond is the only one we've not fished yet. I have seen people fishing it, so who knows? Maybe there are some bass in it. I thought before I go and fish my 2 good ponds, might as well just go and try this one out. So I haven't fished it yet, so that's where we're going first, guys. We're gonna head over there and see what it's all about, but I'm assuming there's not gonna be much going on. I think it's just mainly just little bluegills, but we'll see. That's why I gotta try it, you know? And then if we do catch some fish there, great. If not, we'll just go to the ones where I know they're good fishing them. Yeah, I'm not thinking I'm gonna be spending too much time here. I don't know, doesn't look all that great, to be quite honest with you. Definitely is big enough to have some bass in it though, so might as well give it a shot. Oh man, bro, they're tiny. All right, we might try this pond for like 5 more minutes, guys, but I just honestly don't really think it's worth it, considering the other ponds we have are a lot better than this, and they have a lot bigger fish, you know? I kind of want to catch a fish out of here just because now I have actually gotten a bite, but I don't know. I just don't really think it's worth it. That's gotta be a fish. Dude, are you freaking kidding me? All right, well, these fish have pissed me off enough. They're tiny, but they've pissed me off enough to where I'm actually gonna try and catch one now. That's gotta be a fish. All right, we did it. Caught a fish in here. All right, we did it, guys. We caught a fish in here. There he is. Just a little guy. At least we got a fish out of here. We can be happy. All right, guys, we have made it back to the front pond now after getting that one little fish catch out of the way. Forgot to mention this when I was there, but I need to update my map. So you see here, I'm gonna put a check on it. I mean, there technically are fish and bass in there, so I'll check it off. I'm probably not gonna fish it again, but you know, we did catch a bass out of there. It is a check. We can still count it as a technically good pond to fish. Oh, that's gotta be a fish. Got him. Not big. There we go. Surprisingly, this is our biggest fish of the day here at Mill Creek, considering the first two were absolutely tiny. It's a little feisty male. There we are. Not a big fish at all, but 4 for the day here at Mill Creek. There we go. Just a little guy. There we go. Number 5 of the day. Just another little guy. Looks like he's been caught before. Poor buddy. The way the line jumped, look, something thumped it there. Oh yeah. Another fish is on it. God. Oh my God. Another tiny fish. Back-to-back cast with fish though. I'll take it, man. Another tiny little fish here. Gave him the hook set of a 10-pounder, and yet it's not even a 10-incher. There he is. Poor little buddy got his face cut by the hook. He'll be all right. All right, guys, we're heading out of that pond now. We are going back to Redtail Pond, guys. Hopefully it's a little bit better today than it was yesterday. You know, it wasn't bad. Caught 4 fish. Nothing to be upset about, but man, they were not big. Nothing of any good size. I mean, the funny thing is, guys, the 9 smallest fish I've caught this trip have all been out of that pond, but then also the biggest one I've caught was in that pond as well. So it's just honestly a little ironic that my biggest and smallest fish have been out of that pond, but heading to Redtail, hopefully catch some bigger ones there. All right, guys, we have made it to Redtail Pond. We are ready to do some late afternoon fishing here, around 6:30 or so. So we have about an hour and a half, close to 2 hours till the sun goes down. Plenty of time to catch quite a few more fish. Currently sitting at 6, hoping we can get a few more. There's a fish. Either this fish is huge or it's way back in weeds. It hasn't jumped yet. This fish could be really big. It also might just have weeds, but I don't think it's really big. No way it would have come in that easily, you know. Now I would see more of a body here. Oh, yeah, it's not really big. It's not a bad fish. Up he's up. All right, easy release, man. Got him. Thumped it a couple times, then he came back and got it again. There we go. It's number 8 or so on the day. There he is. Not a very big fish. Let's give him a little revive here. He's all good though. I had to pull it out through the back of his gill, but he didn't hurt his gills or anything, so he'll be all good. A little bloody still, but he'll be all good to go. There he goes. Got him. There we go. Fish number 9. Been a little while since I got a bite, so I'm glad to get another fish here. Oh man. No! Oh my God, the hook was still in his mouth. What happened there, guys, was I was trying to be very, very careful with that fish because he didn't get gullet hooked or anything. It just, where he had it in his mouth was really, really close to one of his gills. They're just really eating it really well right now. So I was just trying to be very, very careful to get it out. And it was a really tough spot. So I took the Senko up the line just so I would have more room to work with the hook. And then I just undid the hook so it'd be a little bit easier, you know, to get it out. And the hook was completely out of his mouth. I mean, he should be able to spit it out pretty easily now. The hook was not even caught in his mouth anywhere. I was just trying to take it out. Flops out of my hands, and there he goes. So I took the hook with him. I've handled fish pretty poorly today, I'm not gonna lie. We got it, he got it. Got it. That is awesome, guys. Oh, it's a different fish, darn it. Man, that sucks, guys. I saw a bigger fish, about 1.5 pounder, swimming right out underneath the dock, and I thought I got him there. Definitely not the same fish, but you know what? Number 10 of the day, double digits. I will certainly take it. That's a fish. Got him. There we go. Number 11. I thought he was a giant from the way he bit. Not really, but certainly not a bad fish, especially after how small that last fish was. About a 1 pound male. Number 11 a day, let's get him back. Oh, there's a bite. Fish right there. Don't think he's very big, but there's another fish. There we go, fish number 11. You guys can probably barely see at this point. Camera's nearly dead, but we got our 11th of the night. There we go, another little 1 pound male. Hopefully you guys can see this fish. I'm sure you can see him with the red light there. Let's get him back. All right, on the last fish there, we're going to end the night. Camera's on 1%, you know. It's getting really dark. I can almost barely see anymore. So it's about time we head in, end on a high note. Definitely another freaking awesome day, guys, of fishing here at Mill Creek Ranch.